Hi folks, why are you wearing that, Magic?
Because I'm a superhero. It's to disguise my personal identity.
So what's your superhero name?
The great light has gone out in the universe. Worlds annihilated. Lanterns, we face an unprecedented danger. An enemy powerful enough to destroy entire civilizations. To fight this enemy, the Ring chose a human. But I don't need to tell you your duty. Your name.
Hal Jordan.
The Ring chose you.
Take it.
Speak the oath.
Speak the oath, because everybody knows the oath. I pledge allegiance to a lantern that I got from a dying purple alien.
Green Lantern! Right, so we're going to talk about Green Lantern, the movie, with Ryan Reynolds. We went to see it a couple of days ago.
Obviously a hit comic series that's been out for many years. A lot of faithful people will be really up in arms if it's crap, and thankfully I can say that I enjoyed it. Did you?
I thought it was okay.
Well,
Now, I'd like to point out that I know nothing about Green Lantern before this film. And Magic here knew quite a lot about Green Lantern.
yeah, I definitely enjoy Green Lantern, absolutely love it, but possibly can't debate heavily about it against other hardcore fans who are on this tier. So, I mean, if that's the tier, probably see myself about there.
I'm slowly coming into the bottom of the gradient.
Alright!
Because like I said, I knew nothing about it, but after seeing this film, I want to know more. I was under the impression that their powers, basically you got your Green Lantern, who's uses the power of green,
Yeah,
and there's the bad guys that use the power of yellow.
yeah.
I was under the impression that it was just the colour green itself, as in the actual colour green that had the power, and the colour of yellow that had the power.
Initially, it was kind of described as the light, the green light, hence a lantern. You know, that was the whole idea, right? First aid kits, green for good health. You know, when you play video games, you've got a green health bar, it means you're in good shape. Red for bad. Red on a traffic light means stop. So the whole green, hope, sense of justice, that was what they were going for there. Yes, I mean, it really was hilarious that yellow light, yellow colour could overwrite green colour, and it would always rule green. And I thought that was just a bit mental. But this film really captures it brilliantly. Green light was essentially powered by the entire universe's will. It was the willpower that people had that powered green light.
In the same way that children's screams power the monsters things in Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, yeah, I mean that's yeah, like Monsters Inc. The universe's willpower powered the green light, which was great. And to harness fear was to harness the yellow energy. There's multiple points in this film where there's epic fight scenes, right? Where the Green Lantern is able to levitate people without having to join them to his ring. Because let's face it, in all the comic books, in all the comic series, and every cartoon and everything, when the Green Lantern goes "Woo!" and picks somebody up, there's like a green light goes from his ring, puts them in a bubble, and he like has to lift them about kind of carefully and put them down. But that doesn't happen. He was kind of able to go like, oh, and they'd fly, and then he'd put them away, and that from an action movie perspective made it a lot easier and cooler and quicker, and you know, director went against the comics, but it worked in his favour. Effectively, the beginning of this film is Top Gun.
Top Gun was released ages ago. We need to make another Top Gun.
That's pretty much what they did with Green Lantern, yeah. And they went, oh well, Stifler, no, Van Wilder. That'll do it, Van Wilder.
They replaced Goose with a hot chick.
Yeah, Val Kilmer, nowhere to be seen. In replacement of Val Kilmer was Mark Strong, who was potentially the best.
I can't believe you just said you replaced Val Kilmer.
You did! Listen, Iceman was out and Mark Strong was in, famously depicting one of the best characters in all comic book history. IGN voted him 15th out of all time comic book characters, being Sinestro, the Green Lantern Corps' finest elite, the mentor to Ryan Reynolds.
I think the first thing that I noticed about him was his look, and I thought if I could make that real, then that was the thing that interested me the most.
I really liked Sinestro in this. I think just because of the actor, he made Sinestro the most interesting character in it. I think Mark Strong definitely stole the entire film for me. Every picture I've seen of Green Lantern from comic book covers and stuff, he's got the ring on obviously, and he's carrying his lantern around. And not once in the film is he carrying the lantern around with him.
You don't really want to take that around your handbag in case you get mugged. Mind you. Mind you.
Oh, I don't want to carry my all-powerful lantern around in case someone tries to mug me and take it from me.
Yeah.
Has he not got the ability to defend himself somehow?
Yeah. That really annoyed me. Give that to Ryan Reynolds. What's he do? He leaves it on his desk. On like, his flat. He just leaves it in his flat. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Reynolds? At least use the ring to make a safe.
One thing, although I did think this film was okay, I thought it was too comedic. If you're going to do a superhero film, you gotta play it completely straight. The Dark Knight did that amazingly. Perfect example. X-Men do it well, but in Green Lantern, they've got a completely pointless scene, completely pointless. There's no reason it should be in the film. It's when he's in his living room and he's got his nerdy friend there, and he's like, yeah, check out the suit. And he goes, like that, and it doesn't come on. He's like, oh, I guess you gotta charge it or something. So he, charges it, and then he goes, again. And he's like, whoa, that's really cool. I know, right? Completely pointless. Completely pointless. That scene would have had a point, and I would have been okay with it, apart from the incredibly goofy suit not coming on joke. Aha, hilarious. Sorry, it just really annoyed me. He charges his ring, so they've established that his ring can run out of power and he needs to charge it from the lantern. That's cool, right? But that set me up thinking towards the end, oh, his ring's going to run out of power and he's going to be in the shit now.
Oh, I know.
For the whole end.
Yeah.
And it never did. It never did.
I was really, I mean, as soon as you saw this charging scene, you were totally set up for what if he's flying through a city and it runs out? What if he runs out of gas, man? What if he runs out of gas?
You have the ability to overcome fear.
Stay here.
No problem.
If you die, innocent lives will be lost. Your world will be annihilated.
Help me save my planet.
Fight it.
To be a good lantern, you have to have the willpower. By being able to outwill your opponent, to have the sheer desire to win. That's what they were trying to go for, and that's maybe why it never ran out. But if anyone's going to run out of will, it's the guy that didn't even want to be a lantern to begin with, which was fucking Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds! I still like the film. Now, despite all of these prior statements, it had moments in it. Few moments that were just, that were macho, that you couldn't help but thinking, oh yeah. He flies in outer space, Parallax follows him, and what's he do? He punches him into the sun. Like, he hits him so hard that he flies into the sun. That is cool. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Few superheroes, bar Superman, can punch anybody into the sun. Although one of the other things, coming back to give it a more balanced opinion, if you could manifest anything into existence, you would think of something better than using springs underneath a truck to fly it up. Just make a freaking Apache chopper and drill the guy. Why didn't you just make a missile and throw it? Or more importantly, you could have just given me or Spence the ring, and then I could have just went in and whooped ass a lot more entertainingly, and I definitely would have been using guns and choppers and big things and big safes, and it would have been much cooler. Much cooler. Take that, Ryan Reynolds. Anybody? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fight it with me. Brightest day, blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light!
A sword, how human. Cut that.
He puts on the yellow ring! Ah!